Hello girls, how you doing? Let's do another pick a card, and today is going to be what's happening. I like to do that beginning of the week, but it can be any time, whenever you're watching. Let's see if it is relevant. And let's do two parts, and of course we have a major arcana from soul cards because it's always wrapping it up really nicely. So let's have a look. 1, 2, 1, 2. So part number one, what's happening? 10 of swords, Ace of swords. Ace of Wands, Holy Mother of God, this is it. We have a brand new beginning, but boy, it has been complicated, it's been hurtful at the end of this cycle. And let's face it, this is not a very nice cycle, but it's over. The worst is behind you, thank God. It's obviously very challenging, and this happening to show you how strong, how resilient you are. You needed to learn, and maybe your person as well needed to learn some lessons, very life changing, but very important. As a result, we have two aces. This one, it's beautiful. You know now what you want, what you don't want. And sometimes you know what you don't want before you know what you want. But now you have the full shebang, right? Brand new beginning with a lot of clarity. Also, a brand new beginning with a lot of passion. Maybe a new idea, a brand new idea, how to make things work, or a new idea of business. You're ready to rock and roll. New beginning and very, very passionate. Beautiful. So let's have more information. You manifested it. Absolutely. You remove the kind of mask you may have been wearing at some point in your life, but you remove the mask whenever you're ready. It takes a while sometimes, but you take your time because it's a huge mask you have to remove, and you at the same time you probably manifested something or somebody to help you in that process. Beautiful, right? So as a result of all the hard work, because it's the hard work you did, will bring you that strength. And very often you go through a 10 of swords in order to become an emperor or an empress. Born an emperor or an empress, you become. I'm talking about tarot, obviously. You're not having a new title today, right? But what I mean is, here we go, look at you now. Who's the daddy now? Whew. Well, this one was probably very interested in you, but also wearing a mask. There is a lot of chemistry here for sure, but maybe that person was a little bit kind of like ego based and wanted to be satisfying the ego. And so you as a nice property to have, something like that, but they needed to remove that, right? They spend their time by themselves. Maybe both of you didn't have much communication going on because you needed to stay put for a little moment and understand a lot of things. Fair enough, the party was over, needed to concentrate. So then there was a bit of frustration because we know we got the t-shirt now, come on, let's go. Of course, a little bit of impatience, frustration, that kind of vibe, that's understandable. But someone is on a turning point because there was maybe an hesitation between two. Maybe wearing that mask was meaning not looking at the truth, not opening the heart, not facing what was in front of them or yourself, right? Not facing your truth. Here we go. Now we have that movement that is radical again. It's a lot of sword here. It's a lot about the mind. The mind is quite often the last one to get the memo, right? The body can feel it. A lot of things, the heart can feel it, but the mind, Holy Mother God, because the ego is there, and the ego is to protect the being. So obviously, oh my goodness, can be complicated, but you're moving from the darkness towards the serenity, the peace. It's really the end of the drama. Oh my God. And it's a lot of love because it's number 6. I'm delighted to hear that because my goodness, it's been a mission, eh? So on this note, let's have a major arcana from soul cards because I'm sure it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fabulous like every single time. The Fool, yeah? Now we are ready to take a leap of faith. Now we're ready to enter a new chapter. Enough frustration, enough lesson, enough strength, enough clarity. We got the memo, right? So now let's take that leap of faith, and we will be a fool not to. You have to grab happiness when it's there, right? Seriously. Or grab an opportunity when you have it. Come on, let's go. So part number 2 is happening. Knight of Cups, Temperance, 5 of Swords. Yeah, beautiful as well. Someone was feeling like you were out of the league. Maybe they were not even allowing themselves to be that happy. They didn't even consider that was actually possible. However, They realize a lot of things now. They realize that you're meant to be. They had to balance themselves, or you have to find your own balance as well. But you're meant to be. It's written. You cannot fight destiny, as I always say. It's about balancing the emotion. Go step by step, piano, piano, but move forward, right? Someone is definitely moving forward, opening their heart, definitely. And it's about being vulnerable. Maybe both of you need to be vulnerable. You know what the point of chasing whatever or pretend to be what we're not? Just say the truth, the way it is. Simple. I'm very good at that kind of thing. Just say it. That's it, you know. There was a point of you both needed to understand certain things. You needed to learn. Maybe you needed to grow. Maybe you had a dream that was phenomenal, but you don't have a clue how to get there. So you had to learn. You had to self-development, do that self-development, because whether it's work, whether it's relationship, we always need to work on ourselves. You know, it's an ongoing work. The people who think they got it all sorted, they are mistaken, because we are going to learn until the day we die and beyond. Yeah, we'd always have to learn. But the thing is, for me, there is a necessity maybe to go through an acknowledgement. That's not easy to say, acknowledgement. and gain knowledge as well. It's also maybe some legal matters that needed to be sorted, clarify a lot of things, but knowing ourselves, maybe doing some tarot reading, doing, you know, some therapy, talk to a friend, have a coffee and just talk. Needed to learn. And also this idea with temperance as well, it's very much dictated by the boss obsessed, whatever you want to call it, angel, God, universe, whatever, it doesn't matter, unicorn is all cool with me. Yeah, being thinking about it a lot, being daydreaming, and you very much are in each other's mind. And if you have a dream, it's always there, always in the back of your head, so you know it's meant to happen. Justice and a Hierophant, yeah, probably legal matters that needed to be sorted. But because it's done, because it's sorted, now you can actually come forward and come together and talk and rebalance the, you know, the relationship between you two. Now maybe it's time to talk the truth. It's about being fair and do the right thing. So maybe they were not able to talk to you because they were in a different relationship. They were married, maybe they had to divorce. Maybe you had that magnificent project where you couldn't do anything because you needed to have the copyright sorted or something like that. You know what I mean? There was some preparation, and now let's go. Let's move forward, okay? You think so? Celebration, being congratulated. You're gonna be on top of everything. My goodness. And it's about marriage. It's about the foundation, your home. Maybe there was something going on in the home and now it had to be cleared. Beautiful. This is 1111 card. This is not for the faint-hearted. This is absolutely stunning. Oof. Something is cooking big time. And it's good. Okay, so let's have a major arcana from soul cards. Seriously. Always about food. I know. Always. The Hierophant, twice. I mean, you see what I'm saying? If we don't have the memo here, I don't know. How funny. The major arcana quite often mirror what already is on, you know, presenting. Beautiful. So it's definitely this idea of destiny being at work here. You learning, you growing, you know, as a person. No matter which, you know, sector of your life we're talking about, you're always going to have to go as a person. Whether you make business, you taking care of your children, you are in a relationship with someone, is always about where do you go and where are you right now. It's about that acknowledgement of who you are. Beautiful. Music to my ears. On this note, have a beautiful day and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.